Hello YouTube, Jason from Renegade Rants Comics, and with the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine movie, I kind of wanted to just show you some of the Wolverine comics that I have in my collection that I'm kind of excited to own. So the first one I've got here is a facsimile of 180, and everybody knows that 181 is the first Wolverine. Except there's arguments on this, and I think that's why they actually put this out as a facsimile as well, is that if you look, because they consider it a cameo, but right there, if you look at this, it literally has Wolverine fully visible speaking at the end of the book. So, is it a cameo? Is it a first appearance? Because everybody knows that 181 is the one that they usually consider the first Wolverine appearance. So, I've got those two, just facsimile editions, but kind of happy to have those. Next one I've got is Kitty Pryde and Wolverine #2. And this was, again, Chris Claremont, and Al Milgrom was the cover artist on it. And it's not a really great copy, but kind of happy to have it in the collection anyway. I'm going to be at Terrificon probably scouting to see if I can find any of the rest of them. Next one, again, another facsimile. This would be Wolverine 1 from the limited series that came out. And it was written by Chris Claremont, and again, classic cover by Frank Miller. And then this is probably one of the better comics I have. This is Wolverine 1, the original, and I've got it in my comic slab with my little grading that I did on it. Again, this is the first ongoing series, and it was also the debut of the black suit that he wore. So I have this, and then with the ongoing love of facsimiles, they came out with the facsimile edition, so I've got that one just as a reader copy, so I don't have to mess up the original book. Then my friend Sean was down at a comic convention, Nickel City Con, and he picked me up the wonderful foil variant, and they actually had the foil variants for Hulk 180 and 181, I believe, as well. But I always loved the foils. Growing up in the 90s, I always thought that those were, yes, they were gimmicky, but they always kind of sucked me in. So the next one I've got is Wolverine #2. And this was a key because it was the debut of the Muramaso blade, which was magically honed and it counteracted Wolverine's healing. Again, Chris Claremont, and then this was John Buscema and Klaus Jensen. And we have #3, which was Wolverine, again, Chris Claremont. And then John Buscema and Al Williamson did the art on this. Then #4 is a key. So this one right here is the first Blood Scream, also known as Blood Sport. It's the first Roughhouse, and it's also the first Archie Kurgan, who was the pilot. And again, Chris Claremont, and then John Buscema and Al Williamson. Then we have #5. So that was Chris Claremont, John Buscema, and Al Williamson on this. And kind of the iconic Jeep with him dangling over cover. I always liked that cover a lot. #6 is a key. And this is Chris Claremont and Al Williamson. But on the inside of this, the back of these always had artwork done. If you look very closely right there, this is the first Todd McFarlane on Wolverine. And if anyone remembers the Incredible Hulk cover he did, that's very iconic. But that was the nice thing, is if you actually pull out the first 10 issues, the back covers on these were amazing art. So if I can ever find them again, I would actually kind of like to get a couple extra copies so I can just flip them in the bag so I can look at the artwork. So moving down the line, we have number 7. And number 7 is Chris Claremont and John Buscema again. And then we have probably, other than the number 1, this is probably one of the more expensive books in my collection. This one took me a while to find. I didn't get it in the highest grade. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's not bad. It's got a little feathering and the pages are off-white, but this book is going for massive amounts. And it literally is just the cover. You know, who doesn't love the patch persona with Mr. Fix-It on there when they're in the tuxedos? So, this was Chris Claremont, again, John Buscema. And then this actually has this back gallery. And this is actually Rob Liefeld. So that's pretty nice to have. Then we have number 9. And that was written by Peter David this time. And Gene Colan did the cover art. And then jumping into number 10 on the original run. Again, I've got it in one of my comic capsules that I've got to kind of protect it. But if you look at the top, I was able to have that signed by Chris Claremont at Terrificon last year. And I forgot to mention that the number 1 that I had, if you can look, you can actually see that that was autographed as well. So, number 10 is a key. Chris Claremont as the writer, John Buscema and Bill Sienkiewicz as the artist. It's the first Sabretooth in a Wolverine, and it was the first Silver Fox. And Bill Sienkiewicz did the cover on that. So, and then the last one that I have, which kind of jumped through because I was going through Key Collector trying to figure out what the next ones are, because I have some of the original run filler going up. And this one is 310. And that was a Jeff Loeb and a Simone Bianchi. It's the first appearance of Remus, who was the twin sister of Romulus. So I'm kind of laughing, or, you know, surprised that, you know, we had a lot of keys in the first 10 issues, and then we basically had nothing until 310, at least in his own series. I know that there's probably X-Men books, and, you know, X-Men fans are probably going to, you know, bring that up, and if you want to comment down there what I'm missing, if I missed anything, but I was online doing the research on this, trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. This is the top keys according to Key Collector that I had in my collection anyway. And then I kind of looked online just to see if I missed anything. So if I did miss anything, comment down below. If you would like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. Love to have you join. And hopefully everybody enjoys the new Deadpool Wolverine movie. I am waiting excitedly to go see it. So hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Thank you.